Hey y'all, this is Philip the Learn to Grow guy. Remember I told you I had a vole problem? Well, today's the day I'm going to start really working on trying to eliminate them. Let me show you what I've got set up. Ah, somebody dropped a teacup. Wow, the teacup has a couple of skewers in it. Well, if you look right in front of there, you're going to see a hole that goes this way and a hole that goes that way. Those are vole holes, okay? Those are vole holes. And what I've got here is a cup with some, well, I'll show you the mixture that I've got in there. This is the mixture that I've got mixed up. This is equal parts, you ready for this? Right here, Jiffy cornbread mix and Arm & Hammer baking soda. Okay, equal parts. I'm going to make a batch with you so that you do not get them mixed up. Okay, like I said, it's equal parts. All right, hang on. Okay, here's what we're doing. Okay, we're going to take 1 part baking soda. Okay, 1 part baking soda. And 1 part and 1 part of this Jiffy cornbread mix. Okay, and what we're going to do is that we're going to mix it up. You see it's a little bit lumpy. Okay, we're going to mix it up best we can. Okay, trying to break up the lumps. Actually, both products are lumpy. Actually, both the baking soda as well as the cornmeal mix are lumpy, but nonetheless, you go ahead and mix it all up, breaking the lumps up as you go. And what I did in this container here is that I used a measuring cup, and in using the measuring cup, I was able to do larger quantities because I've got quite a few of these little meal-in cups that I'm planning for the voles. Okay, all right. See, it's all done, and all I'm gonna do is just mix it in with what I already have. Okay, just gonna mix it in, and that's pretty much it as far as the mix is concerned. Now here's the other part. I got these little cups from Walmart. This is the insulated coffee cups that you normally get, and basically what you're going to do is cut the opening. Okay, this is what the top look like. It looks like they're made by Dixie. Okay, what you're going to do is just cut the opening, and my viewpoint is that since you already got a little hole here, okay, just cut, you can just cut this little portion out here. Okay, I've done one already. Here, see that? It's the same thing except for I just cut the mouth out. Cut the mouth out already. So once this is done, all you basically have to do is it's just a matter of putting the cup like this when you're ready to go set your trap out, and everything will be set up like that. It gives them a nice little, somewhat of a dark place where the voles can actually go and enjoy a meal. And when they go to enjoy the meal, hopefully when they go back home, they'll just stay there. You know, they just won't come back out again. Now, before you actually, how you say, before you actually bait the trap, what you're gonna need is these 2 skewers. Okay, again, this is stuff you can get from whether it's in your local grocery store. They're just skewers that you would use for making shish kebab or whatever. Okay, it's just the wooden ones. Okay, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to put a couple of holes in it. Okay, and that's what this little bitty scissors is for. You can also use this scissors to cut the little openings here in front of the lid. But either way it goes, the key is to have something you could use to do it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to punch a hole towards the bottom. Okay? All right? And what you need is for the thing to line up properly. You're going to want the little sticks to line up properly, and to be able to go so you can drive these skewers into the ground. Okay? So you can mark out a little spot, figure out where it's at. Use your scissors and just punch the hole on the other side. And once you have a little hole, all you're doing is just sticking the skewer right through that hole. And voila! This is what you got. Okay. Now you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, okay? I got one on this side, so I'm going to need to put one on that side, okay? Again, once you have the little hole, and the good thing about using this insulated cup is that because it's insulated, right? What I can expect is for these cups to last for a little while longer, because it's not a direct paper cup, you know. Since it's got that little foam cushion on it, it should last me for quite a while. See? So now this is what you have. What you're gonna do is that you're gonna pull this back a little bit when you go to your vole hole, right? And so that you're able to drive, and you're gonna put this down, and you're gonna drive these into the ground so that it's anchored, okay? Now, here's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to bait this. I'm going to take a couple of tablespoons. Yeah, maybe a tablespoon and a half should do it. Okay? That's about what it looks like. You got it? And then I'm going to take my lid. I'm going to put my lid on it. Okay? You want the bottom of the lid to be on the bottom where the ground is. All right? That's how you want it. And you're going to go to your vole holes. And typically what you're going to do is you're just going to put it right in front of the hole and leave it there. And the voles should get to it. Now, there's a part I didn't tell you about, okay? What I didn't tell you is that what you need to do is that you need to get you a little stick, okay? Find your vole holes. You're going to need actually 2 sticks, actually, okay? The first stick is so that you mark where the vole hole is, all right? So if this is a vole hole, right, you need a stick to mark it. Now, the next thing you're going to need is you're going to need a second piece of stick just to put across the front of the hole, so that when the vole comes, if the vole is active in that, using that, if they're actively using that hole, the stick should move to the side. Okay, they should have moved the stick to the side so they can get in or get out, whatever it is that they're using the hole for. All right. So again, you need a marker so that you know to go back and check up on it. Say the next day, right? You set this stuff up so that I'm able to monitor it overnight. So that when you go back to it the next day, in the daytime, you go back and you're going to see your stick, right? Say, hey, I'm over here. And then if the stick over the hole has not moved, okay? If it has not moved, then that means that the voles are not active in that hole. If it moves, and keep in mind that you can do this over a couple of days, okay? It doesn't just have to be overnight. You can do it over a couple of days. But if the stick moves, you know you got an active one. And at that particular place is where you can actually set your meal in a cup for the voles on the ground, so that they can stay underground. Okay, this is a vole hole, okay? Now, like I was trying to describe to you earlier on, you can get something and just put it over the holes. I understand this is straw, but nonetheless, you put stuff over the hole, stuff that's you're going to notice that the voles actually are active, okay? I don't have any sticks handy nearby. That's why I use this here. That could be your example. And if the next day or the next few days you come back and the straw has moved to the side, or if it moved and just widened up so that the vole can get back in, you know you have an active one, okay? I know this is active because I've been out here enough. Okay, so this is what I've got on the inside. I think you know what I have on the inside. And all I'm going to do is put it right here by the opening. Okay. I'm driving my little sticks in. I'm driving the skewers in so that this does not get blown over by winds or anything like that. Okay. So now this one is pretty much ready. Something else you could do if you're expecting rain, what you could do is you can get a little stone, put it underneath the back end, you can get something and stick it underneath the back end. And since the cup is tilted one way, that means that water would only accumulate at the mouth there, and not make it all the way back to mess up your bait. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I have many more to go, like this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. I think you got the picture. Okay, I think you got the picture. So I've got quite a few of them to try to take care of, and so therefore I will let you guys go. And I will let you know if I notice any noticeable differences out here. But at the same time, the gardening season is over. But I know those things like to still trail around anyway. And you know what else? This is a good opportunity for me to put some around where I have my potatoes growing. Now I'm not sure if they're coming out of the. I'm not sure if they're going to come out of the mounds to go hunting for something else. I don't think they're going to get tired of eating those potatoes that I planted. But nonetheless, I'm going to put some traps out that way too. I'm going to be disturbing the grounds where they are. And we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. So therefore, y'all take care. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And by the way, please leave me a note. If you've got experience using this concoction, leave a note and share your stories, okay? Leave a note and share your stories.